In this video, I'm going to be giving you a complete guide on hyper training, more specifically how you can get golden bottle caps, which Pokemon you should use your golden bottle caps on, and what exactly hyper training is. Alright, how's it going everyone? Jinsula here with a brand new Pokemon GO video. I hope your day is going really well, and let's get right into it. So this video is going to be all about hyper training. This is a brand new mechanic that Niantic recently introduced, which will allow you to increase the IVs of your Pokemon. And I really do think this is a very important mechanic because when it comes to getting perfect IVs, you will often spend hundreds of dollars on raid passes to get those perfect IVs. But as of right now, you could do it for a much cheaper cost, and that is with the introduction of the golden bottle cap. So this video is going to be all about how hyper training works, how you can get those gold bottle caps, and what Pokemon I suggest you use those golden bottle caps on. Before we can talk about hyper training, we must first talk about IVs. IVs, or individual values, are a Pokemon's unique stats makeup that distinguishes it from another Pokemon of the same species. For example, let's say you have two Mewtwo's. Let's say both of these Mewtwo's have different IV values. This means one of the Mewtwo's will have higher or lower attack, defense, or stamina compared to the other. A good rule of thumb is that if a Pokemon has higher IV values, the better it is going to perform in raid battles, gym battles, Team Go Rocket battles, and the Master League, and it is going to be more rare compared to others. Simply having a legendary is not enough for most players. They want perfect IVs or something close. A perfectly appraised Pokemon will have 15 attack, 15 defense, and 15 stamina, which will give it the highest amount of stats it could possibly have. You can find the IV values of your Pokemon by clicking on the Appraise button in the Pokemon stat screen, and you can utilize the search feature to sort all of the Pokemon in your collection based on the appraisal stars, with 4 stars being perfect IV Pokemon. IVs are going to be different for every Pokemon you catch. You cannot increase your chance at getting higher IVs within an individual encounter, but different types of encounters could produce higher than usual IVs. Raid encounters, for example, have an IV floor of 10 attack, 10 defense, and 10 stamina. This means a Pokemon you catch from raid battles will have a minimum of 10 to each stat, giving you a higher chance at getting a perfect appraisal compared to if you were to catch that Pokemon in the wild. Given all of the potential IV combinations you can get from raids, your chances of getting a perfect appraisal is around 1 in 255. The other methods for getting higher IVs include research rewards, hatching eggs, and catching weather-boosted Pokemon in the wild. The highest chance for getting a perfect appraisal comes from Lucky Trades, which has an IV floor of 13 attack, 13 defense, and 13 health. Your chances of getting a perfect appraisal in that regard is 1 in 64. So why is this important to know, and how does it involve hyper training? Well, when you engage in hyper training with one of your Pokemon, you'll be able to increase the IVs of that Pokemon. Let's talk about how it works. First and foremost, you will need an item called a golden bottle cap. Currently, at the time that I recorded this video, golden bottle caps can only be obtained from the Go Pass Deluxe. Not all Go Passes have a golden bottle cap, but the ones that do will likely have it as a final tier of reward. There is currently no free-to-play method for getting a golden bottle cap, but there might be a way to get it without spending money in the future. For now, it is going to be a premium paid item through the Go Pass Deluxe. Now once you have obtained a golden bottle cap, you can use it on the Pokemon you wish to engage in hyper training. Make sure you choose wisely because once you use the golden bottle cap, you can't use it again and you will need to get another one. Also be aware that golden bottle caps have a limited time for when you can use it. So once you get one, you will want to use it as soon as possible. Otherwise, it will disappear from your inventory once its time limit expires. Once you have used your golden bottle cap on a Pokemon, you will now engage in hyper training with that Pokemon. First, you will want to set the training goal. If you simply want perfect IVs, then set the goal for every stat all the way to the right. If you only want complete IVs for 1 or 2 stats, then make sure you set the goals for those stats accordingly. Once you have done this, you will now get various tasks that will involve battling, obtaining buddy hearts, and exploring your area. Each stat value is going to be increased with different tasks that are themed around that stat. For example, you can increase the attack IVs of the Pokemon by completing battle-themed tasks, such as defeating raids with your Pokemon, engaging in PvP battles with your Pokemon, or gym battles with that Pokemon. These tasks can range from being really easy to really difficult. Once you complete these tasks, you will see your Pokemon's attack IV start to increase. Here are some of the types of tasks you will see and which stats they correlate with. Battling tasks will increase the attack IV of your Pokemon. Tasks that involves catching Pokemon, playing with your Pokemon, and obtaining buddy hearts with your Pokemon will increase the defense IVs. And exploration-themed tasks like spinning Pokestops and walking a certain amount of kilometers will increase the stamina IV of your Pokemon. In order to complete these tasks and increase the IVs, you will need to set the Pokemon as your buddy. And that's it! Once you use your golden bottle cap, set the training goal, and buddy up with the Pokemon you wish to power up, it is just a matter of completing as many tasks as possible until you have reached your goals. Remember, you will have 365 days from the moment the golden bottle cap is used, so make sure you are constantly completing the hyper training tasks that are available to you. So there you have it. This was my guide on hyper training, and I really hope this ended up being very useful for you. If you ended up enjoying this video and found it to be informative, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe if it's your first time here, and don't forget the notification bell so you can stay up to date on whenever I upload videos. Real quick, let me give a shout out to all of my patrons on Patreon. You make this channel content possible. If you want to support the Jinsula channel, the best way you can do that is going to be by joining my Patreon. And if you become a paid Patreon member, I'm going to add you to my Pokémon GO friends list. That means for stuff like remote raids in the friendship system, opening and sending gifts, different things like that. If you want to play Pokemon GO with me, then do consider joining my Patreon. And if you want to support my channel in a completely different way, I highly encourage you to join me on social media. My handle is @Jinsula. I'm on the platforms you see on the bottom of your screen. Make sure you go over there and give me a follow, and you'll have access to some exclusive content, and you'll be able to keep up with my daily life. With all that said, that's going to be it for this video. I'm Jinsula. Be safe, have fun, love yourself today, and I'll catch you all later.
진솔아와 함께해